Welcome to video 4 of the Gateway to Tarot series. My name is Sunny Sink, and I'm the owner and founder of the High Priestess Tarot School. Today, I'm going to be answering some common questions from our community, and I'll also be walking you through the High Priestess Tarot School portal so you can see everything that's inside. Question number 1. I've been trying to teach myself for years, and I know each deck is different. I'm still very new to tarot reading. Are the meanings the same for each deck? Yes, each tarot deck is different, but all of the meanings are the same for the same cards. So for example, the High Priestess card will always mean intuition, no matter what deck you're pulling it from. You may read it a little bit different in different decks because part of the intuitive urges that you may get likely come from the graphics on the cards. So having the right deck can be a really great step when it comes to learning tarot. Knowing that the theme resonates with you and that the symbolism feels really good for you to read with. And so once you've started to build that foundation with each of your cards using that keyword, you are going to be able to read with any deck, no matter what they look like. You might have a little bit different interpretations based off of the graphics and the photos on the cards. The next question is symbolism in tarot decks. So tarot is rich with symbolism. So whether you're using the Rider-Waite-Smith, which has the more traditional symbolism, or you're using a more modern deck, a lot of symbols are present in each of the cards. There are some deep dives that you can take to get to know their traditional symbolism, but I think what's even more important is to really check in with what those symbols mean to you. And you could make this into a study if you wanted to, where you could sit down with a journal and you could pick out your favorite deck that you want to really dig into the symbolism with. And you can put them in order, start with the major arcana, journal, write down every single symbol that you have in that card and what that symbol means to you. There are some decks also that break down the symbolism within each of their cards in their guidebook. However, I don't think you need to know the symbolism in order to start reading tarot. I think to concentrate on the keywords when you're beginning is the fastest way for you to get to know the core concept of each card. And then the symbolism can be a really great add-on when you feel really comfortable with your tarot deck. The next question is how to put cards together. So I pulled these randomly. I just pulled 3 cards randomly, and I used one of the decks that I have labeled with my keywords. This is my Light Seers deck. And you can see that if I were to pull out these 3 cards for a general 3-card reading with no context whatsoever, here we have the Devil card, which is bondage. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is prioritization. And lastly, we have the World with the keyword of completion. So to me, this would feel like it is time to prioritize getting free from something that is binding us. So for me, the Devil card can mean addiction, it could mean codependency, it can mean feeling trapped or stuck within some sort of situation and feeling like you don't have the power to get out, I think is kind of the core meaning of the Devil card. So when I think about the situation that I or somebody else might be in to pull the Devil card, I think that they may be feeling really, really trapped. I feel like they may feel like there's no way out for them. So then when you look at the Two of Pentacles prioritization, and then the World, maybe this is prioritizing, completing this feeling, moving forward, stepping into a new era for yourself. So this is about finding that freedom, prioritizing, finding that way that you can break free from whatever is going on. So when you look at all of the cards together, they do tell a story, and this is the order that I pulled them out. So how would this change if I change the order? So let's say I pulled them out in this order. I think it would have the exact same message because we're prioritizing freedom and finishing this stuck feeling. Let's reverse the order. This could mean stepping into a new era, which is how I usually read the World card, stepping into the new era and prioritizing feeling free. So if I don't have an exact spread that I'm pulling for, a lot of time the order of them don't matter. And I can pretty easily string together a message based off of the meanings of them. So combining cards, while it feels really complex and difficult, it's all about looking at the energy of each card and asking how do they play together. This is stepping into a new area. This is prioritizing and this is freedom. So prioritizing freedom to step into a new era is just a really simple way to interpret these three cards together. And then another question that we got was card combinations, which I feel like is pretty much the same question. One of the things that I may notice is when cards mean the same things. So, for example, if I had multiple cards that mean balance, I would definitely in that reading, I would stress the importance of the balance and maybe even multiple areas in which balance needs to happen. Let me grab out a couple balance cards. So, for example, the twos are all about balance. So, having multiple twos come up in a reading or having them mixed with the temperance card or possibly even the justice card is a time when I may be stressing balance. And you'll notice too, when you're looking at cards that have very similar meanings, you'll see some similarities in their artwork. So she's doing some juggling here. The temperance has, the energy flowing through the yin and the yang or the dark and the light. And we've got this flowing energy between partnership going on here. So if multiple cards like this come up under the same reading, I would definitely stress the importance in that reading of, watching our energy and watching that flow of energy. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's all about prioritizing tasks. It's all about asking yourself, like, what am I doing? What am I putting my energy into? Which is very similar to the Temperance, which is all about balancing the energy that we're putting out and the energy that we're bringing in and making sure that we're focusing our energy on the things that we want to grow. And the Two of Cups is about melding our energy with other people. So just kind of thinking about what each card means and when you get multiple cards that kind of push that idea even further, if that makes any sense. That was all the questions that I got from my community. However, if you have any questions right here, right now, I encourage you to put it in the comments of this video, and I will come back around in a few days and answer another Q&A with all of your questions. Let's talk about the High Priestess Tarot School and everything that's in the membership area. I started the High Priestess Tarot School almost exactly a year ago, so it was March of 2023. And I was so excited to teach people the way that I read tarot. The way that I read tarot is very much for personal growth. It's for spiritual growth. It's for manifestation. And I teach in the portal you how exactly to read in this way. It feels very uplifting. It feels very empowering. And it's such a wonderful way to read tarot. Okay. So let's get started with what's in the portal. First, we have the introduction. I have a little video welcoming you in, letting you know how to set up the portal if you haven't already. This video does go out in as soon as you sign up as well. Just know that when you sign up, sometimes the welcome email goes to spam. So if you don't find your welcome email within a few minutes, you can reach out to me at support@sunnysync.com, or you can check your spam box. Okay, next we've got the Tarot Training Planner. This is everything that you need to succeed within the High Priestess Tarot School. It breaks down absolutely everything for you. It helps you to it helps you to organize the lessons. Here's some intention setting. We've also got some goal setting, a weekly study plan. We've got a guide for study buddies. We have a page that you can fill out when you work with your study buddies. We also have tarot practice sessions in the Tarot Practice Academy, which is a separate membership that actually includes the High Priestess Tarot School. And so I've included guides to the tarot practice sessions. There's also a roadmap that I'm going to show you in a minute. There's a link to it here, but it's also in the portal. There's also instructions on how to earn your tarot reader certificate. We've got the lesson planner, which includes all of the modules broken down so you can just mark them off as soon as you're done with each and every lesson. Important dates, questions to ask at the Q&A, and some reading journals. Next, we have the High Priestess Tarot Journey Roadmap. I have a video explaining exactly how to use the roadmap, but the roadmap actually breaks it down into all of the little steps. And instead of using the portal, you can actually use these little checklists. Where you'll see the video, there is a video that you can watch. And wherever you see the little toolbar, there is a resource for you to access. And so this is a really great resource to just kind of plug along and check mark everything, make sure that you're submitting your completion surveys when you're done with every module, and help to keep yourself on track. I talk a little bit about mindset and the right mindset to learn tarot, and then I go right into breaking down the foundations of the tarot. This is one of the most important steps, and knowing the foundations of the tarot, the numerology, the suits, the major arcana, the court cards, the minor arcana, these are really important foundations before you start studying your study deck. This will help you know a little bit about each card without even having keywords on them yet. Next, we move into creating your study deck, and I walk through all of the keywords. You have this beautiful blue keyword document. However, I really encourage you to watch each of these with your deck in hand to label your cards. It's going to be a lot easier while you're watching me talk about each and every one of the cards. I do compare 3 different decks so that you can see the Empress in multiple different decks. I talk about some of the similarities, some of the differences. I talk about what the Empress means to me, what it means in terms of manifestation, and the keywords that I think are a good fit for that card. Then we talk about from keywords to interpretation. And then a really big step is building a relationship with your cards. This is an important step because after you get the keywords, it's really important to sit down and start writing about each of those keywords. What does that keyword mean to you? What advice would you give yourself? What does it remind you of from your past? And what advice would you give that you hear now about that keyword? So I provide the Tarot Reflections Journal for you to jot down your thoughts on that keyword to start building your own associations with each card. Yes, the Fool means risks, new beginnings, innocence, adventure, spontaneity, faith, right? It means all of these things, but your keyword, let's say it's risk like mine, then you can ask, what is the relationship with risk? When is a time that you had to take a risk or you did take a risk, and what happened? What advice would you give that version of you? This can help you really build out this association with the card with your own personal experiences. Next, I talk about delivering readings, how to do a reading for others. There's a reading for others checklist. In each of these lessons, there's usually some sort of document to kind of go along with it. So we've got the 7 guiding lights of a tarot session. I do some live reading demos. There's also a private reading demo with some notes, so you can kind of follow along with the notes there. We've got strengthening your intuition, developing a mindfulness practice, strengthening your intuition with an unlocking your intuition meditation, and 25 printable affirmation cards, trusting your intuition. Then we've got stepping into your magic, what that means. Here's a meditation to step into your magic, and here are 25 printable affirmation cards to help you step into your magic. There's also a journal here to help you step into the magic. And then stepping into the spotlight. So my personal story is one where I was so terrified of being in the spotlight. And I talk about my entire experience of going from the place where I couldn't even do a live video on Facebook to where I'm at right now. So Stepping in the Spotlight, not only does it have the video where I kind of talk about my experience and the steps that have helped me get there, but I also have a worksheet to help you. I also have a mental rehearsal, which is one of the tools that really helped me. So there's a template so that you can use it for yourself and your clients. And there is also an audio version just in case you want to, follow a very similar one that I did. In addition to the core content, so that's all of the core content of the High Priestess Tarot School, we always have some monthly downloads. So this month we have the 14 Valentine's Day promo Instagram post for the tarot readers in our community who want to post about love readings and relationship readings. We have the self-love affirmation cards. We have the love and relationship spread. So at the time of filming, this is February 20th. So this is February's downloads. We've got the Pisces journal. Pisces season just started yesterday. And so I shared the Pisces journal yesterday. So I usually share one or more digital products at the beginning of the month, and then usually one or two at the end of the month as well, depending on kind of what's going on seasonally and things like that. So if you're in the High Priestess Tarot School and you're watching this right now, don't forget to jump in and download your freebies before the end of the month. We also have some bonus trainings, 3 ways to use tarot to increase your intuition. We've got bonuses and bonus spreads. So one of the bonuses is the tarot flashcards. You saw a photo of the tarot flashcards on the Tarot Reflections Journal. Well, you can print these out and use them as flashcards for yourself. So if you don't have a deck and you don't want to buy a deck yet, you can print these out on good cardstock and you can use these just as you would any other deck. In addition to that, we've got the 2024 Tarot Planner. This is a 197-day planner to help you record your tarot readings every single day. There's a roadmap to learning tarot in here. There are some seasonal spreads. So we have how to use seasonal spreads, the video, and then there's 5 for spring, 5 for summer, 5 for fall, and 5 for winter. We've also got the 10-day challenge spread. So I did a 10-day challenge on beginner spreads. So there's these 10 spreads. There's also the 10 elemental tarot spreads in here. We've also got the magic of tarot and astrology, where I break down the astrology for every single zodiac sign. So we talk about, there's 16 videos in this training, and I go in and I break out all of the Gemini cards, the Cancer cards. Then there's other tarot cards that don't have a zodiac association. And also the court cards are in this other here. And then we have seasonal spreads and readings. And then we have the Learn Tarot 5-day challenge. The Enlightened Priestess path is your path to intuition and trusting your intuition. So this is a really good place to go if you've made it through the strengthening your intuition and you want to go a step forward. We've also got the Prosperous Priestess path. So this was a 3-day challenge where I helped people set up everything they needed to start their tarot business. So you can see we did business foundations here. We've got the business vision workbook. We have unlocking your tarot business audience and crafting your mission statement with ChatGPT. We have navigating the digital realm. There's a Mystics social media planner with some content pillar examples in it. We've also got social media post templates. And then in day 3, this is when you build your very own free website so that you can connect in your links for people to book with you. There's a branding guides. There are matching websites with each of these branding guides. And I walk you through the steps on setting up your scheduling links, putting them in the website so that you can literally book readings without having to do anything other than sharing the link to your website. So if you have any questions about the High Priestess Tarot School, if you have any questions about learning tarot, please feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I will do one more video in this series with your guys' questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.